guys, I'm Leila. We are going to be playing some Rage Legends, and actually today we have a showcase courtesy of DaGreer, and this is going to be for Lady Mikage in the Ultra Nightmare clan boss. So he actually has her in an infinity comp, so I'm going to put a screenshot up right now where his team is going to be Krisk, Lady Mikage, Lanicus, Underpriest Brogni, and Turvold. And this actually happens to be his best run, as you can see here, for 845 million damage. I mean, that's insane, right? Crazy amount of damage. And the reason why he has Lady Mikage in here is because of her buff extension and ally attack. So it's helping to boost the damage in the clan boss for this comp. So we did also want to point out that he keeps her in her base form. Because again, guys, with the mythic champs, like you see here, they kind of have what I call like their Super Saiyan form, right? They go into this really cool secondary form, which comes with its own set of different abilities, which you can also book separately, masteries as well too. But for the sake of this, he actually keeps her in her base form because of her skills. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. So we are going to see is he does have her in a reflex set, and then she's also going to be in a, she got a couple pieces of instinct here, right? So that's a 4-piece set, but he has her in 2 pieces. And then we also end up having this refresh amulet. So let's take a look at her stats. Again, stats in her base form is we have almost 41,000 HP. We have 4,600 attack, 2,600 defense, 295 speed, 74% on the crit rate, 254% on the crit damage. We have 187 resistance, and then 212 on the accuracy. So talking about her skills, her A1 is called Shadow Lash, which she attacks an enemy with a random ally from the Shadowkin faction, which in this case, she's the only one from the Shadowkin, right? So she's going to be attacking by herself, but places a shield buff equal to 10% of her max HP on the ally with the lowest HP for 2 turns. Then her A2 is called Silken Snare, which is going to be an AoE, and it decreases the duration of all enemy buffs and ally debuffs by a turn. Then increases the duration of all enemy debuffs and ally buffs by 1 turn. So again, this is going to be important for this infinity comp. Imperial Decree places a 50% increased attack and an increased crit damage buff on all allies. Then teams up for basically like an ally attack, right? Then she has the Metamorph, which means she's going to, go into her Super Saiyan form, which we're not going to be using here. And then Will of the Mikage is her passive, where at the start of this turn, she removes all debuffs from the ally with the highest attack. And DaGreer did want to point out that so far, Magic Affinity he's had the most damage with. So it'd be interesting to see, if we could do more than the 845 mil. So what is nice now, too, is that because we have the presets, I'm going to show you guys that momentarily. You could do the presets and you could do the quick battle, so we don't actually have to sit and wait, because a lot of times these runs are about an hour. Now for her masteries, you're going to see that her masteries are not completed, which is fine. He skipped ahead to be able to give her her T6, right? Which is what we have here. So I'll expand just so you can see all of them. So we have her down the offense and the supports. And then so behind me, we have Methodical. And then we also have War Master are going to be her T6 as well too. So let's hop on into the clan boss. All right, here we are. So we're in Ultra Nightmare. And guys, you have to excuse my voice. I've been sick. All right, so here's our team. We have Krisk in lead, but we have Lady Mikage, Lanicus, Turvold, and Brogni. So let's take a look at these presets before we actually run our quick battle. So we are going to see that Krisk has Invincible Shell, which is the provoke, increased defense, and increased speed, into his Centurion Vigor, which is the ally attack, continuous heal. And you're going to see he only uses Invincible Shell once. Lady Mikage, so again, we have her Metamorphosis disabled because we don't want her shifting into her second form. So we're going to have her start with Imperial Decree, which is the increased attack, increased crit damage, into her Silken Snare, which is going to be the AoE, decrease the duration of enemy buffs, increases ally buffs. Lanicus, we have Banner of Legend. She's only going to do that once. So it's increased crit rate, increased attack. It's a Companions of Fate, which is going to be the ally attack. Brogni, we have Resilient Glow, which she only does once, which blocks debuffs, does the increased attack, and then also does some shields as well too. Into the Cavern Grasp, which is going to be the AoE, and removes a random buff from all enemies. And then we have Turvold, again, going to be our damage here, right? So we're going to have him do Juggernaut, which hits twice. And damage increases according to the number of buffs that he has, which again is nice because Lady Mikage is going to be extending buffs on him too. And we're going to be shutting off his Ancestors' powers. So this happens to be spirit affinity. So let's run this and see what we get. So yeah, we know that we have a champ without an aura skill, we know. So let's run. Let's see if we can end up beating that 845. It's okay if we can't, because again, the 845 has been the best damage overall. And again, it's basically overkill, right? But it is fun being able to try to build some of these comps and then see what damage you can end up with. Well, look at that, huh? It's funny. I'm running a bat eater for myself, right? And it's fast. But again, I guess that this would make sense considering a comp like this takes about like an hour to run. So it's interesting to see. Look at that. It's still going. Quick battling. That's funny. So we'll see how long it spins for. What kind of clan boss comps are you guys running? I'd love to know. You know, drop some comments down below and tell me what you guys are running. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's still spinning. And we're spinning, spinning. And we're spinning, spinning. All right, guys. Well, we'll come back when it's done spinning. All right, there we go. So 821 mil. We're going to see that, what was it? We reached the turn limit. We knew that was going to happen. And the clan boss turns was 137. So again, you know, we are going to see, look at Turville with a 377, just like million damage there. And Lady Mikage, I mean, not too shabby for herself, right? With the 50 mil. So guys, let me know what you think. Lady Mikage also happens to be the, she's the permanent fusion champ now, right? We have her, so everybody has a chance to get her. Granted, you get the champs. Were you able to fuse her yet? Are you working on her? Are you like me and you used to have the champs and now you don't? Drop me some comments down below. And DaGreer, thank you so much for the showcase.